whatever. Hopefully it'll get a little crazy, little.
Welcome to my channel, oh, to my channel. Maybe from this video you want to follow or leave a like, you comment and subscribe. Don't be shy, I'll tell you what I like.
Hey guys, it's Julie. I just want to start the video by saying, coming to you live with the new hair. Yeah, I changed my hair color. It's supposed to be yellow, but it looks more green. But that's not where you came for this video. In today's video, we are doing my March wrap up and April TBR. And yeah, without further ado, if you're ready to see what I read, what I'm hoping to read, then keep on watching. I'm currently reading This Could Be Us by Kennedy Ryan. I believe I'm like 15% into it. I'm enjoying it. I'm not loving it as much as I was the first book. So I don't know what it was, but your girl was in a slip in March. Like, it was just so hard for me to finish a book. But yeah, so as for the books that I read in March, the first book I read was the second book in the Lady Worthing Mysteries. I think it's gonna be a series. So I gave this a 3-star. I don't know. Okay. I liked the gist of the story, but it was just really slow. And then you didn't give me any type of like real romance. So I'm just like, okay. So like, what was the point? So yeah, I wasn't obsessed with that. I'm probably still going to try out the next book that I read it because I like the characters, but I didn't like the book. It was okay. Then I got into my library bag because I just couldn't look at my Kindle. Like my Kindle, I was resenting my Kindle. And so I was like, let's just try to read some physical books for a little bit. Okay, so the next book I read was Gorgeous Gruesome Faces by Linda Chang. I saw this beautiful cover on somebody's YouTube video. Happened to see it in the library and boom, like went and read it. It was like really short and I loved it. I gave it 4 stars. So basically it's about this girl who she was like a really known like up and coming K-pop star girl, right, off this TV show, and she was going to be in a group and they were going to debut and all that. But then a scandal happened. One of the girls ended up committing suicide. There's like underlying paranormal stuff to it. I recommend not knowing a lot. Okay, just go into it, read it. It's a fun time. The next book I read is called Tender Beast by Lizelle Sambury. I've been saying Leslie Sambury. We're not gonna talk about that. 5 out of 5 stars. It's about this girl who she's part of this rich family. Think Dynasty, you know, the girl from Victorious. Dynasty mixed with like, what's that movie called? Candyman. You know, with the black guy that was turning into Candyman. Yeah, that. I did not know anything about it going in. I recently read it in a reading blog. If you want to check that video out, I'll link it up above. The whole family is messy and crazy and a little unhinged, and it was just fun. The next book is Out of Body by Nia Davenport. I almost didn't read this book. I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. It's really short. Like, I did enjoy it. In the end, I did finish it, but I don't know. Like, I just felt like it was missing something. I feel like this would have benefited from being a longer book. So that one is about this friend that she thought was a friend and she's not, and some stuff goes down where she's trying to mess with her. That's all I'm gonna say. So the last book I read in March is Nana by Brandon Macy. I ended up using this book for the March BuzzFeed word, which was a character's name. Now in the book she refers, like, the mother refers to herself as Nana, so it works. 4 out of 5 stars. A high 4 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed it. I listened to it on audiobook. But yeah, those are all the books that I read in March. I decided that I'm going to call this month's TBR not a TBR, not a to be read. You know, I'm going to call it my April hopefuls. Okay, this is less pressure on me. This is more like light. You know what I'm saying? This is more like suggestive, optional, you know? And like that's what TBRs are, but I don't know, I just always feel like this like panic that I have to read all the books off my TBR. So the way I did it is I put it in categories, and then if I can finish one book off of each category, I count that TBR or hopeful as successful. Because I just felt like I put like, okay, I want a horror, so this is the horror I'm going to read this month, and that's just not the mood. Like, it depends on what storyline I'm in the mood for. So without further ado, that big explanation, let's get on with the books that I'm hopefully gonna read. Okay, first category is romance. So I have 3 books for that. The first book is A Light by A.H. Cunningham. Now I've read 2 of the books from the first series. All I know about this one is they were like, I think they were childhood friends, and then they're gonna be some type of romance, I think. I'm excited. I know I like A.H. Cunningham's writing, so it's just a matter of me sitting down and getting to this book. The next book is When We Found Our Passion, or When We Found Out Passion. I didn't write it right in my notes. By Natasha Bishop. Now, I tried to read a book by Natasha Bishop, which was For the Week, the one that everybody's obsessed with on TikTok, and I personally didn't like it. So hopefully I'll like this one. This one is a second chance romance, and I found that I've liked second chance romance. I did a whole reading vlog on that, so if you want to read it, watch it. I'll link it up above. So hopefully I can get to it. The final book that I have for the romance category is My Muted Love by Love Belvin. I don't know anything about this book. I has come across like this list of Black authors, and this author was on there, and I just happened to see that book. I believe the main female character is mute, and she's a boxer. So those were the romances. On to historicals. For historicals, I have 3 books again. So the first book is Ignite by Joan Vassar. But it's this guy, he likes this girl, but it's in the Jim Crow era. And so maybe there's like a forbidden romance there. I don't know. The next one is Forbidden by Beverly Jenkins. I just heard somebody talking about it yesterday. It's about this guy who's white passing, and he's supposed to get married or something like that, but then he meets this girl who her life isn't going the way she wants it to, and I guess it's going to be their romance, and maybe he's going to have to come to terms with his Black side. I don't know. We shall see. And the final book in this category is The Dead Cat Tale Assassins by P. Djali Clark. I think. I'm sorry if I butchered that. This one I'm currently reading. I don't know if it's technically historical, but I believe it is because it was like talking about petticoats and top hats, I think. And so I counted it as historical, but it's maybe not. I don't know. I'm hoping to use this for the BuzzFeed April word, which is nature, because stay with me, could be cats. Cats are animals, and animals are part of nature. I pulled that so far out of my that it's not even funny, but we're counting it. So the next category is horror. I have 2 books. The first one is Reception by Kenzie Jennings. This book, I've been saying I wanted to read it for a while now, and I still haven't. All I know is about this girl. She has a sister who's going to get married, and I believe there's something really off about this wedding. I think it has to do with cannibalism, which sounds unhinged as crap, and I heard it's also kind of funny, so I'm curious to see what I think of it. The next book in this horror section is more of a thriller, but horror and thriller overlap a lot. So this one is Next of Kin by Kia Abdullah. This girl, I think her sister or her brother asks her to watch their kid, and she leaves the kid in the car. The child suffocates in the car. Like, she forgot the kid in the car. So it's gonna be like the whole trial and stuff, and if she really was the cause for the kid to suffocate, or if something else sinister was happening, I don't know. But that whole premise sounds crazy, and I need to know what happens. Okay, so the next category is literary fiction, and I have 2 books for that one. The first one is Sugar Baby by Celine St. Clair. I don't read a lot of literary fiction, but I know I kind of like that genre. Like, I just haven't explored it enough. So this one, all I know is that this girl, she needs money, and she's gonna end up being a sugar baby, and then there's like the behind the scenes of that, I believe. But I like the cover, and I've heard it's really good. So last one of this video and of this category is Annie Bot by Saria Greer. This one is about this girl. She's a robot or an AI, and she was programmed to be this guy's girlfriend and be everything he needs and everything he wants and desires or whatever, and her finding her own mind and her developing and all that stuff. And like, hopefully it'll get a little crazy, little we shall see. So yeah, those were all the books. Let me know if you read any of these. If you want to read any of these, let me know in the comments. I would love to discuss it with you. And yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, press that notification bell to be notified every time that I post. Because if you like this video, you might like my other videos. I'll see you in my next one.